continues after this.
Wait, you Facebook Live this? Huh?
No other fighter's ground game can compare to Curtis Blades. So when we brought him into the UFC Performance Institute, we wanted to find out what makes him such an elite wrestler. 3, 2, 1. Blades' takedown can generate more than 1,800 pounds of force. That's bigger than the impacts we've measured from some of the hardest hitters in the entire NFL. Nightfall in Las Vegas, beautiful time of year as spring turns to summer. UFC Fight Night is presented by Modelo. And almost time for Vicente Luque to test himself over the course of 5 rounds, if that is needed. In his case, that's a big if. 14 wins for the Silent Assassin, 13 finishes, making him not just highly ranked, but appointment television. There is the rematch factor tonight as well. Muhammad looks for redemption over what happened 5 years ago. He still senses disrespect despite winning 10 of his last 11 fights en route to a top 10 ranking. Why have any doubters left tonight? Our main event fighters are inside the UFC Apex. Headlining welterweights await. Welterweights coming up next. Making his start of 2022, Florida's Miguel Baeza has all eyes on him as he continues his quest for welterweight gold in a pivotal showdown with equally ambitious Andre Fialho. Emerging from Dana White's Contender Series on Season 3 as one of the sport's most intriguing prospects, Miguel Baeza lived up to the hype with consecutive finishes of Hector Aldana, Matt Brown, and Takashi Sato. And while he's had some bumps in the road, 2022 is a new year, and Caramel Thunder plans on kicking it off with a win over Andre Fialho. After giving a good account of himself in his short-notice UFC debut against Michel Pereira in January, Portugal's Fialho gets another shot in the octagon tonight as he searches for his 15th pro win. Coming up next, Miguel Caramel Thunder Baeza squares off against Andre Fialho.
Right. I'm too much of an adult to have a nickname.
Second easy appearance for Andre Fialho, who proudly has the Portuguese flag draped across his shoulders. Not a lot of UFC contenders from Portugal. Manel Kopp at flyweight. Andre Fialho wants to give him another one. Megan will leave you with his octagon side, and he can make a big statement with a victory tonight.
He certainly can, and he has done so much work, not just on the physical, but for him, the focus has really been on the mental. He told me he's been reading a lot of books on emotional agility and intelligence. He said, I felt like in my last outing, I had broken up with my girlfriend. I was really distraught. I wasn't focused. But if I can get my mental game under control, all of my physical will be just fine. He actually talked to me also about the cardio aspect of it and how important it is for his mind to be able to push his body. Certainly, he has done the training as well, but he told me, I don't do training camps anymore. I just stay in shape. And guys, he gave me sugar, which might be the hardest part of all, I feel like.
Hey, Harvard and Cornell University, both, and Stanford, all three have implemented EQ training over IQ and saying it's a leading form of intelligence this day and age. That helps you understand your emotions. If he's stressed out because of his girlfriend, you better get that figured out before you step into a fist fight. I think it's smart. He's doing what he needs for himself. And, we'll see how it adjusts. He's got a nasty jab. Great forward pressure, tight defense, straight punches. He's got all the fundamentals to beat Miguel Baeza, but does he have the emotional clarity to get through there? We don't know. He says he has it.
So what now?
Let's see what happens. So we have Dom Rons on the cutting edge, the very best in higher education.
So you do have a live stream going?
Yeah, that's the
training camp. Maybe you see the same Andre.
Oh, what's the name? That's
Instagram
Live.
UFC debut.
That's great.
Very
I don't know if I
talented kid. Tremendous
So that's who,
skill set.
Grandma?
Phenomenal
Oh,
boxer.
Instagram.
He
Oh.
also has really good ground skills in wrestling.
That's
And
what I
on
was
the
thinking.
other side is the man on a mission, Miguel Baeza, 2021, he learned a couple of hard lessons, DC. He was at one point an undefeated prospect on a rocket ship toward the top of the welterweight rankings after finishes of Takashi Sato and Matt Brown, getting a bonus in each of those. Last year, he
I ain't
ran
ready
into
to
a
go
couple of
live yet,
tough
bro. I thought we was
tests,
just
said he
practicing.
made a ton of
Oh,
changes
he
in
did,
anticipation of this fight.
Well, he had to, right? He had
I ain't
some
ready
personal
for an
issues
audience
at
yet.
home that were ultimately
I said I ain't ready for an
right.
audience yet.
He wasn't getting the most out of himself in the
I would
gym
just
because
have
of the
it.
things he was
I
dealing
mean,
with at
I
home.
would just.
He understands the task
Okay,
ahead of him.
that sounds
He
good.
knows that Fialo's going to pressure. He knows that Fialo's going to try to bring the fight to him. He is ready for it and feels as though he's now in a place where he can get back to being him.
I'm still down to record. I just ain't ready to
I
do
know.
it
I
live.
understand.
Tonight's
That's fine.
fighting
I'll
spirit
just
stats are
switch it.
sponsored by Cerveza Modelo. You're looking at